Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Siege StarCraft broadcast presented by Force Strategy Gaming. Today we're going to have a TVZ. Our Terran player is, as you can see up here, MYM Cloud. That's Cloud from Meet Your Makers. His opponent, the green Zerg, the very awful green colour, I just don't like the way it looks, is of course the Graken himself, Team Evil's Unisys Idra. So Idra versus Cloud. This is from the FX. Oh, whoa, hang on, what's this? Guess you have to fail 4 or 5 times before you're in trouble. Okay, I'm MYM Cloud saying play, I don't care. I'm assuming, this is game 2 in a series, I know that. I'm assuming that in game 1 something happened that Idra was not particularly thrilled with. Idra saying, of course you don't, you're the one getting 3 wins. So yes, quite clearly something happened in game 1 that Idra decided he didn't like very much. So all we need for him to do now is tell Cloud to apologise for playing Terran. Okay, I get why he should apologise for that, of course, yeah. And just, let's see, what else is Idra? Good old BM. I can't think of any off the top of my head. Anyway, so we have Idra versus Cloud. Now, this is not Metalopolis. I know it looks like Metalopolis. If you sniff it, it kind of smells like Metalopolis, but it isn't actually Metalopolis. This is MLGopolis. And that means that Cloud spawning here at, say, the 9 o'clock main, his opponent will never ever spawn up here at the 12 o'clock main. Same goes for Idra. Idra spawning down at 6 o'clock, his opponent will never spawn at 3 o'clock. So you will never ever get the close by ground spawning locations. So we have Cloud busy making SCVs. Idra has now spotted exactly where his opponent is, so it knows it's not cross positions. Got his supply depot just down there between his main and his extractor. Got his barracks at the ramp. Actually not making a wall off. I figured that he'd be going for a wall off. Actually, it would make no sense to go for a wall off unless you try to make it baneling proof by putting the supply depot there. Is he going for a fast expand? Possibly. He's at 14 supply, no gas gone down yet. He has the money for it, so I assume he is going for FE, 1 rack to FE. Idra is going, of course, for that fast expand, that early hatchery down there at 15. Now, it makes complete sense to do that on this map. As we know, this is the MLGopolis, so there is no chance of those very close by ground spawn locations, and it's quite a distance from either cross spots or from even this side to get around to your opponent's natural expansion from your own main. So it's a very safe build to do when you know that the way the players are going to spawn are exactly like this. So we should be seeing an expansion going down. Will it be built at the expansion itself? Yes, it will. There's that SCV on the way down. And well, we have some more money spent. I see we're getting the orbital command from the command set. So just delaying that expansion a little bit just while we get that upgrade. Yeah, the SCV now from Cloud is heading out. He knows exactly where Idra is, of course, though, because Idra's Overlord has been in his base, checking everything out for the last few minutes. And will we be seeing any kind of shenanigans, actually? In fact, yes, we are. The Marines, you can see, are already being rallied to our Zerg player's base. So SCV coming out. We should be seeing a bunker go down. It's going to be like here, well, probably about here-ish, I guess. It's going to be near enough to that hatchery so that you can get in range, and we'll be seeing that bunker now. We do have the command center going. Spawning pool has been almost finished, about 80% done. Extractor has been done as well, and yes, we do have a bunker going out, so a drone from Idra will come down and spot this, taking a bit of a chunk out of that SCV, and 2 more drones now being pulled off to try and deal with this. That may not be enough. Why am I on normal speed? Thought things were going a little bit slowly. There we go. Back up to real speed now. Not entirely certain why I was on normal speed, but there we go. We have the SCV now being pushed away from that. 6 drones have more than done it, and the only person to get hurt by that attack was actually Cloud himself. By cancelling the bunker, it means he did have to spend some of the minerals he's used to build it on that bunker, so he's lost, I think, 25 minerals in order to do that. It might be 20, I can't remember if it's a quarter of the minerals you lose, or 20% of the minerals you lose of a structure. We do have the barracks going down, and another bunker being produced now. This time it's right near the command center, so it leaves a bit of a gap there, probably for another barracks to go in, or maybe a factory or something like that to go in. This is a nice, solid, tight wall off from this end down in Cloud, just making a few more Marines at the moment. Idra's got a few Zerglings, but they have just taken out that lone SCV. I did see a pink dot disappear off my minimap there. And let's see what else is going on in Idraville. We have Queens out and ready. Going to need that just in case his opponent does go for some sort of cloak banshee. And it's always good to have a 3rd Queen as well if you can, just to really assist with the spreading over the creep. Over here we have a few Zerglings heading out, just doing a little bit of scouting. Metabolic boost that Zergling speed is on the way, and a factory. It looks like it's in the main, actually. Yes, it is in the main. So we have a factory going down now as well for Cloud. These Zerglings heading in, trying to get a little bit of information. Oh, one of them is taken out by the Marines in the bunker. There's 3, now there's 4, so very, very cozy in there, I think, right now. We have more Overlords heading in, just Idra trying to get a little bit more scouting information. It's always good to get as much intel as possible. Tech Lab going down on the barracks there. Another barracks, I was right, is forming the rest of that wall off there. So a nice tight wall. There might be a tiny gap there. It's possible. I think there is a tiny gap there. I'm not 100% sure with that little build grid, unfortunately, but I think there is. And whoa, a bunker going down here as well. So if there is a gap, there's only a very, very small gap, and the passage in around this assimilator. So a nice, solid wall protecting those SCVs. I can't imagine that barracks is going to be there for very long, though, because obviously it does completely block off the Vespene guys at just there off Cloud. We have Infernal pre-igniter going on, and some Hellions are coming out as well. So we'll be having some Blue Flame Hellions from our Terran player. Over here in base of Idra, there we have a Spinecrawler going down at the ramp, a Baneling nest, which I believe is just tucked away in his main. Yes, there it is, right there. So we have normal Baneling, should be getting Ling speed relatively quickly, and a Spire actually is going down. That's Spinecrawler. There's the Spire. Spire there, just tucked away at the back middle of the mineral line. Over here we have a Spinecrawler. Now I'm fairly certain that you cannot run... Sorry, you cannot block a passage with a Spinecrawler. I'm relatively sure that you have to run, you can run through it, is what I'm saying. So I'm not sure what the full logical placement of that was. I suppose it's in a good position that it can, you know, dissuade Hellions from coming this way round, or maybe trying to come in through here. The Spire obviously is a very good location to stop Hellions trying to get through here. So does Idra actually know about these Hellions? And whoa, we've got a bit of a switcheroo. In fact, we've got some double reactor barracks coming down. Let's check out Idra's vision. He knows of 2 factories, and yes, he would have seen that reactor as well, which is, sorry, that tech lab. So it may have been going a heavy tank, I suppose. But nah, you might have been thinking Blue Flame Hellions. Maybe Clyde did that in the first game, I don't know. But Clyde now moving out with those Hellions. He is building another command center, so he's ready to expand at the moment. You can see from the tab at the top with both players' name on it that Idra is behind by about 4 supply at the moment. Sorry, now he's only behind by 2 supply. Sorry, he was ahead by 4 before. My eyes are clearly deceiving me. Hellions now moving in, and whoa, this could be dangerous actually. There's only a couple of Queens really here. There are 6 Mutalisks on the way though, and +1 Mutalisk upgrades, as well as Stim and 2 engineering bays going there. So we should be seeing lots of upgrades from our Terran player. Queens trying to push these drones back. Drones are taking fire, but the Spinecrawler, actually, they're instrumental, that placement of it, in damaging that Hellion. So that was really, really well placed, actually. Clearly, Idra knows more about this game than I do, but that's really not too difficult. Let's see, we've got Hellions over here just taking a little bit of a chill. Now they're coming in for another attack. Maybe just scoping out. Oh, will this drone get there in time? No, the drone that was trying to build that expansion does get taken out. And Clyde knows now that Idra wanted to expand at this time as well. Whoa, Mutalisk harassment. Ooh, I thought they were going to go into the main. They did see the Marines there, did Idra, and is now moving back. Hellions now coming in again. Trying to do a little bit more. 1 Mutalisk will be able to take out all of those Hellions, though, without any issues whatsoever. So those Hellions do need to get out of there quite quickly. Now Hellions and Zerglings coming in. We have plenty of Zerglings, but they're taking a bit of... Ooh, I think 3 Zerglings may have just died there to the Hellions. Mutalisks are being able to push those Hellions though right the way out of the base of Idra and force them right back to Cloud Central. Speaking of Cloud Central, let's go back here. We have 3 more barracks in production. 3, 4, 5, 6 barracks in total. 2 factories, which I imagine he's been making siege tanks out of, as he's got tech labs on both of them, and he's actually getting siege tank mode. A starport is going down, but here come the Mutalisks again. They're going straight into the main, and are going straight after those tech add-ons on these factories. Now that will slow down any tank or Thor production, going after the SCVs as they may not across. I think only 2 or 3 of those got killed there. We'll take out a tech lab, and then the Marines will push the Mutalisks straight out of the base of Cloud. Idra expanding now to the middle right-hand expansion. Cloud does have his planetary fortress morphing in at the middle left-hand expansion. Now there are Mutalisks once again getting great map vision and map control. 11 drones in production. We just saw a load of Banelings go down as well. So Idra still droning up. In fact, what we're talking about drones into the income tab, 55 harvesters to 53. So our Terran player slightly ahead. It does have 2 mules out as well. The income should be favouring our Terran player there by about 200 to 300 minerals per minute. Mutualists coming in. There's not very many Marines there. Will Idra go for it? Yes, he does. More Marines come in. A stim is done, and Idra backs out after taking out a couple of SCVs. Very nicely played there. Didn't take too much damage on those Mutualists at all. So down here we have a reactor starport. So we'll be seeing Vikings or we'll be seeing medevacs, I imagine, at this stage in the game. Probably just medevacs for now. Waiting until we get any sort of broodlords, if Idra ever makes broodlords, before we do anything like that. And whoa, and more Mutalist harassment just north of this position. Taking out a few Marines, did lose one of the Mutalists at least in that little encounter there. And look at all these barracks. I mean, Cloud can constantly produce Marines very, very easily off of what he's got here. Idra expanding again. This time he's getting his 4th base right up here, and I think he's already got, yes he has, he does have a macro hatch as well. I thought I saw a hatchery going down earlier on, but didn't see anything up on the mini-map there. And we do have some upgrades coming out. +1 ground weapons is coming out now for Idra. An infestation pit. Where is the infestation pit? Will we be seeing infestors from Idra? I would love to see infestors from Idra, in fact. This is obviously past patch 1.3, so the infestors have taken a huge, huge buff. +2 weapons and armor now being started for our Terran players. Completed +1. Hellion harassment coming in at the expansion now will get taken out by all these Zerglings, though a few of them are being taken out. Probably one too many, really. But never mind. Idra does manage to get those Hellions out of there and save all his drones from being turned into marshmallows. I was going to try and say that. Mutalist coming back now into the base of MYM Cloud. There are quite a few missile turrets up here. I'm not sure how much Idra is going to want to commit to any sort of attack here. And let's see, we have quite a large tank and marine force, just a medevac, and we do have a drop coming up as well. There's 6 marines in that medevac, and they are pushing out now. Has Idra seen this? I don't know. He's attacking the tech lab at the moment in the main of Cloud, so he may have seen these marines and tanks sneaking out. Now Idra is preparing for this. I can see some banelings being wafted in. There are 14 banelings on the way, +1 carapace as well, and a load of Zerglings coming in as well. So here come the tanks. The Overlord on the high ground in very much danger of being taken out there. The drop in the main as well. I'm trying to fit both of these in frame. There we go. Mutalists coming in as well. The Mutalists will clean up that drop. Siege tanks have sieged up. There's more siege tanks coming in. A Mutalist flies right on top of those Marines and does get taken out. The drop in the main now has been cleaned up, and Idra coming in from everywhere. My God! All those... Whoa! All those banelings just running right into the tanks, now pulling back with the banelings, engaging the tanks with just a Zergling and Mutalist. That was incredible. 166 food now to only 92. So there's actually now an 80 food advantage for Idra. That was a crushing attack. Well, sorry, I should say crushing defense to an attack. He crushed the attack. That was incredible. I've actually never seen a surround like that before. And Idra came in from every direction all at once, completely locked up with some Zerglings, all those Marines, and just demolished them with banelings. That was just amazing. I'm going to stop talking about that attack and focus more on the game. We have another hatchery that's almost complete now for Idra. That's his 5th base. He now has half of the map and has quite incredible creep spread as well. He's really spread that creep all the way over about, I'd say, just over a quarter of the map. And he's looking good. He's in a very strong position. 183 food, near max, to a 108 food Terran army. Now, our Terran player does have many more upgrades, and he's getting many, many more barracks as well. There's a load more being made there. But here come all those Zerglings and the Banelings as well as the Mutalists. The Marines in the middle are going down extremely quickly. And here come those Banelings flooding right up into the main. There's a lot of Marines up there. Will be taken out by these Mutalists and the Banelings. The Banelings blowing up all over those Marines. The Mutalists taking out the last few Marines that are going toe-to-toe with the missile turrets, which I kind of disagree with there. But there is the GG from Cloud. That was amazing. That finish there was neck and neck right the way through. Cloud moved out for an attack, and Idra just ruffle-stomped it. He absolutely put boot to arse on that attack. In fact, I'm going to go back and look at that one more time. That was quite an amazing attack. Let's see, 15-minute mark. Yeah, here we go. Right, now, so let's see. We've got Banelings coming in from one side, 2 sides with Banelings. Zerglings in around the back. That was quite amazing. Let's watch that one more time and let's slow it right down this time, I think, actually. Just slow down to normal. So here come the Banelings. Marines going forward at the front, trying to skim it and run back. The Marines actually caught out of the back by the Zerglings before the Banelings move in there. That was amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. I had to watch it 3 times to get the full enjoyment out of that one. So anyway, that is the end of the game. Idra did win the game 2 in the series. I'm going to go actually and have a look, see what happened in game 1, just to see what the drama was between Cloud and Idra, see what was going on with that. If you enjoyed this show, please subscribe to my own channel. That is www.youtube.com/Siege StarCraft. A big thank you to all for watching, and a huge thank you to Force Strategy Gaming, as usual, for allowing me to cast my stuff on their channel. So thanks a lot, guys. This is Siege, signing off.